Do you think it's just the U.S. government hiding these UFOs?
No.
Who do you think's like the leading hider?
I would probably,
the whole world.
I would say, yeah, probably U.S., but the whole world's got to have them, you know.
It is bright and early on a Saturday morning, and we're in Farmingdale, New Jersey, for the Cryptid and Paranormal Conference. Are you a believer yourself?
Not really,
Why is that?
because I ain't never seen them yet.
So you only believe in?
Out there? There's UFOs.
Do you believe in UFOs?
Sure, there's other planets out there.
Have you seen UFOs?
No, not yet.
But to your earlier point, you said I haven't seen a cryptid, so I don't believe in them. But you haven't seen a UFO yet; you believe in them.
Yeah, because there's so many solar planets out there. A lot of planets out there, trillions of miles away.
What would you do if you saw a UFO in front of you?
Take a picture.
Yeah. What if they tried to communicate with you?
I'd take a ride with them.
Yeah?
Sure.
What's the first planet you want to go to?
Anyone that's got lots of weed.
I totally believe there are UFOs out there, and I totally believe that the government is covering it up.
Do you think it's just the U.S. government hiding these UFOs?
No.
Who do you think's like the leading hider?
I would probably,
the whole world.
I would say, yeah, probably U.S., but the whole world's got to have them, you know.
So to play devil's advocate here, if Russia and China were to have access to these, my gut instinct would be they'd be used militarily. Why haven't we seen that if that's the case?
As far as terrorism goes, it's coming. Just look at all those drones we had not long ago.
Yeah.
Nobody would say a word. The government wouldn't say anything. You know, it was all top secret, hush, hush.
Just like that white balloon that was flying over the whole country, Alaska all the way to here, and then they finally shot it over the water when they should have shot it when it came over the water from Alaska.
Yeah.
Taking pictures of all our stuff in our country. The water, all these different places.
But do you think that's related to UFOs?
I have a feeling it has something to do with space stations up there. You know, now, especially now, you're hearing more and more about UFO sightings, and you know, but it's been going back how many years? I mean, you've heard this for years and years and years that there's UFOs out there.
Except for the hoax in 1968.
Grover's Mills.
Which one?
Grover's Mills.
Was it a hoax?
It was a hoax. They had it on the radio, and everybody thought it was serious.
Oh, Balloon Boy. Is that the one?
No, it was something about a UFO or something. Martians landing in Grover's Mills.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, but it turned out to be a big hoax from the radio station.
You mentioned earlier this concept of UFO-oriented terrorism. What do you think that would look like?
World War III, if it ever happened.
Like they're shooting lasers down?
They're shooting lasers down. They could be releasing gas in the air. Who knows? You know, anything's possible. You don't know what how far advanced they are from what we are. So you really don't know what they're going to do to attack us.
And with the space stations, you mentioned maybe a connection. Where do you think they play into all this?
I think they know more than they're saying.
And I think they control the weather.
Interesting. Elaborate.
The government. The government controls the weather with all the satellites up in space.
Just the U.S. weather or the world weather?
I would say world weather, especially the United States. I mean, every state is having some kind of a natural disaster. Why is that? You know, like North Carolina. They lost hundreds of people, hundreds of thousands of people, and they're not doing anything to help them rebuild. I think it's just the government's way of
taking them out.
weeding out the population.
And who is it in this government? Do you think it's like the president, for example?
I would say it's whoever controls, has access and controls with, the satellites and stuff like that. The president, he might know about it, but I say it's more like the scientists that have more info than what they're sharing.
And why do you think these scientists are doing that?
Stop mass hysteria.
Ancient history, you hear a lot of theories around the pyramids, things like that. The aliens built them. What do you believe?
I don't believe the aliens brought the pyramids.
The Egyptians.
That was totally the Egyptian culture. Building them for homes, for tombs. I don't think the aliens or government had anything to do with that. That was strictly their own, neighborhood.
The Egyptian people did
yes.
it.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you believe the biblical story of it, where the Jews built the pyramids?
No, I don't believe that.
That was the Egyptians themselves.
Right.
Why do you think then it's reported in, I guess, these old religious texts, like, hey, Jewish people did it, they were slaves, and then desert. I guess what makes you pause at that story?
I don't know. Personally, I mean, other than biblically wise, I never heard of like the Jews actually doing the building. I mean, I know they were slaves at one time, but I say the Egyptians did it themselves.
Where's that feeling come from?
Just by reading books, movies that I've seen, what we learned in school.